Hello, and welcome to my tutorial for my updated version of my game Alloy Hand. I'm currently on the web build of the game at the moment, but ideally I would always recommend playing the downloadable version and just using the exe file for the best gameplay experience. So at the moment, the majority of the controls and gameplay information about winning the game can be found in the project itself, but if you have come here, it mostly means that there's something confusing or something you wanted clarity on, and I hope I can cover that in this very short tutorial video. So the first thing I want to cover is the speed records. Speed records is just a global leaderboard. When you beat the game, being the game is reaching 5,000 coins, you'll be prompted with a screen where you can type in a username and submit a score that anyone else with a copy of the game can see. I'm going to go to start game and I'll be prompted with two options. So in this game, the goal is to reach 5,000 coins, but while doing that, you must continue to make sure you're reaching your quotas on time. The two game modes you can pick from are casual and survival. Casual allows you to fail quotas, basically. If you accidentally fail a quota, it's perfectly fine. You can keep on playing at your own pace. Survival, which is the more intended way to play. If you fail a quota, you lose. You're going back to the main menu and you'll have to restart. The benefit of playing survival is that you are rewarded with around 150 coins every single time you complete a quota, allowing you to gain money faster. I'm just going to go into casual for now. Now that I've loaded up into this scene, I'm prompted with the basic overview of how to play and win the game. I'm going to continue on here. So one part that wasn't fully explained anywhere in the game is in the bottom left-hand corner is a cylinder. If I go press E to pick up my ore, you can see that it's been filled up. That is your inventory. When it reaches its max, you can't pick up any more ore. It can be upgraded in the shop, but that is your inventory. I'm going to go over here and start the game. And the first thing I'm going to go and do while I wait for something to happen is I'm going to go over to my shop. Now with the shop, there are two areas. You have your top area, which is your standard upgrades. They will always be there. And then you have your random upgrades or rolled upgrades. The standard upgrades will always be here in the same order. The roll upgrades are slightly stronger and will help you complete the game faster, but to unlock them, you'll have to spend this shiny ore. The way you get shiny ore is by going over to this object that crashed through the ceiling, and you will have to shoot 2 ore at it to fully break it open, and inside you'll have this shiny ore. Use your tractor beam to pull it towards you, and you want to pull it towards the center of the map. And you want to drop it into the center. Let it roll in. You'll be rewarded with 250 coins if there's still room in your quota. I'll explain that in a little bit. And now you have 1 shiny ore. When you go over here, we'll now be able to roll for a new upgrade. We'll have 4 upgrades there. You can close the shop and come back, and these upgrades will always be here. You can purchase them and it will cause them to go away. But the only way to get a fresh set will be to re-roll again by spending another one of the shiny ore. The last thing I want to talk about inside the shop is with the upgrades. So as you can see, I've purchased every upgrade for my ore, but only 1 upgrade can be active at a time. So each ore has 2 set of upgrades, but only 1 ore can be active at a time. So you can only have 1 ore upgrade at a time for its effects to work. Inside the shop as well, this is inside the roll upgrades. You'll see it eventually is the magnet tower. You can turn this off and on. It's not affected by the other ones. You can have it on and an ore on at the same time. But the way it works is when it is on, it'll pull ore towards the center. We would probably want it off if you don't want it stealing your ammo. The last part I want to talk about before ending this tutorial is with the quota system. There are 2 types of quota. There is collective whole, So at the moment, that's a collective. Just deposit 3 of any, and then there is a checklist. Whenever you're depositing ore, it has a base value. So if I deposited a red ore, that's 15. When a quota is complete, all ore that is sold will be a fraction of its price. So you want to be very careful not to deposit too much, or be careful about if you are building up a big supply, making sure you're spending it correctly. That is the end of the tutorial. I hope it was helpful. If you had any questions, please leave a comment or just leave a message on the itch.io page. And thank you very much for